Hello there, greetings. It's almost 12 o'clock. I've been channeling all day in Orlando, and I'm beat. So we're gonna do what we can here. I wasn't planning on doing it all day, but it's like I haven't been out. I haven't really done this in a while, so it's like might as well. And so tomorrow I'm going to be one more for the road, and that'll be it out in this area. So I'm not going to go into details. Yeah, you'll find out eventually. So, kind of play it by ear what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to do a channeling again. So I am running kind of late on answering questions. Well, I'm not that late. A little bit. So if you're going to submit through the site, we'll get to it momentarily. Should be Sunday. Something like that. Yeah. So I do have a couple announcements, but not yet. Yeah, it has to do with the graphic novel situation. It's kind of, taking a while. So in the meantime, I was going to do other things to keep, build up the momentum of it. So a little bit here and there. So I'll go into that later. It has to do with the cartoon stuff. Let's put it that way. I was trying to figure out a better way of going about that. So I'm playing around with that. It's maybe like a once a week type of thing. And to always keep the momentum going as for what's to come. As for the other projects that take months to put together. So this is kind of like an advertisement in some regard. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm playing around with the idea of it. So we'll see how that comes into fruition. So it should be interesting. I found one artist. I'm testing it out right now for the cartoon stuff, one I've never used before. And I might be able to find something else similar to that. Like little small things. That's not some of the ones in that cartoon book that I'm putting out, or ones I've showed. Some of those are kind of a lot of details goes into some of those. So it's just one image. So, oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that's for the graphic novel stuff that's going on. Yeah, stuff takes a long time. I might have one done by December. I'm not sure about the second one. We got 3 projects. Project 1, give you an update. Project 1 should be done by December. Yeah. Project 2, things are going to go where they're going to go. So I'm just going to let that one. That one's not super important, but I'm just going to go with the flow on it. Because the artist is not really getting back to me that much on it. But I'm just going to hold off and just see what happens. I don't have much control over that. But when he starts getting on it, on the project, it's going to be really cool. Project 3, that's the one about Astral. The Project 1 is about Astral. Project 2 is more of a satire, so it's not really a big rush for that one. I'm really excited about it, but it goes. It's things are going to go. They're going to go. Project 3 is Astral also, and that one just started speaking to me, just out of nowhere. It just started. I mentioned this before, but I saw an elf character, and then I saw a girl, and the girl kind of took over it. But in the story, I only have so much time. It's not telling the full story. It's kind of like people aren't gonna really know. Sandman, it was a Sandman comics, something. If you ever look at anything up like that, it's something similar to that. If you ever look that up, it's Neil Gaiman. If you look up Neil Gaiman, it's similar to that. It's like dream world type of stuff. It's really neat. It's a whole world, and it's really kind of just grew out of nowhere, and it's kind of creepy, but not, because it is doing like war stuff, but not all of it's supposed to be like that. So it's just in this kind of little, either way. It's good. It's weird, but I don't want to give anything away. It hits on all kinds of subjects that are kind of like, I don't know if I want to talk about that, but I think in the long run it'd be great. And then I have another one. Like these projects are like, I do one kind of sort of go somewhere. I do the second one kind of go somewhere. I gotta give up. So that's why I have so many. It's like they're not really going anywhere. Well, two of them are. So if I do a campaign to get funds for it, at least I'll have to give you something where money's worth of it. There's a lot that has to do with it. And it's going to be a small donation thing anyway. That's the duration. Basically see the cooks in the kitchen type of thing before it's brought into the mainstream, before it's brought out to the public, basically, just get a first notice type thing. That's basically, it's like $1 or something like that. Won't be much. And I'll also have videos of the detail of the story, but right now, the worlds are kind of, it's in the works. And Project 4, 3 are fine. But then Project 4 shows up. I was going to do a story about angels. So I was thinking. And it kind of transformed into something else. It's like, why not God? So, okay. I know God. Stand-up person, different versions of them. There's a female version, male version, black version, whatever version, all kinds. It's not perfect. Well, it's perfect, but however you want to look at it. Everybody's got their issues. Let's put it that way. Define perfect. So this one about God is, if you ever seen the movie Dogma. No, I didn't realize. Dogma is like, I guess a comedy by Kevin Smith. It's about two fallen angels that want to get back into heaven, and it's a movie. I'm not gonna post it here, but and it talks about like Jesus is black and goes into stuff that's not in the Bible, basically. With this one, it's kind of God is he owns a Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise. Well, he owns Kentucky. Like the Colonel looks like God. If you look at the KFC, looks like God with the white beard. But it's not going to be called a KFC, but that's where the idea came from. It's going to look like Kenny Rogers, actually. If you look up Kenny Rogers, you know what I'm talking about. It's a white guy with the beard. It's like there's different versions of God, and they do exist in this world, but that's not the subject matter. So I don't want to go into that because that's so it kind of goes into that direction, and I don't want to give too much away, but the chicken restaurant has a lot to do with life. Let's put it that way. Now, there's a movie called Mother, and the house is Earth. Kind of like that. Not exactly, but kind of. The chicken restaurant represents different things. So you can say the spirit world's there. It's just, and there's some laziness there. Well, it has reasons why it's that way. To give you kind of an idea of where that, So God and his chicken restaurant is another planned project. We'll see where that one goes. I haven't done anything on it yet, but I'm planning on it. That one's going to be down the road. Who knows when that'll be. So that'll be part of the, if you want the inside scoop of what's going on, that will be part of it. Oh yeah, it'll be public too eventually when I have something to show or something around those lines. So these things, yes, these graphic novels, they take time. It's at a low budget, so it's another reason why it takes so long, but we'll see how things go. This is the way I want to do it for now. So The idea is to get a publisher or something to take it on, do stuff with it. So that's what's going on with that. So when inside baseball, there's some inside baseball. So KFC God is coming. I thought about calling it like God Incorporated or Life Incorporated. I might call it God Incorporated, something like that. Get the religions, get them all fired up. So that's not the point of it, but no, that's not the point of it, but I guess it's going to happen anyway. So before we go into channeling, so if you want to know who I am, if that means anything, SimonTeller.com. This is about page. I'm not sure about that video page. I might change that. This is private sessions. You can learn about, the internet here is not good. And this is a schedule. So yeah, this week is pretty much open. As far as I know, it's gift cards, easy purchase. There's other means of purchase. There's also Google Hangout, Skype, Zoom, and channeling by phone. Well, let's see here. The internet's it's like 12 o'clock right now, so it's been a long day. So also submit a question. I'll just show this real quick. This is the online store if you want to know, this healing and other services here. If you're interested, it's Yeshua channeling, past life regression, somewhere like that. Okay. So we have Spirit Social. And we have submit a question, healing, past life regression. Message from Yeshua, 5-minute healing, channeling, consulting. One question from a day, chakra healing from a day, soul pain from Stephanie, angelic reiki from Miguel. And this is how it all works. This is the system keeps me uploading every day, and almost every day. Well, I mean, technically this is okay, I'm late, but that's the way it is. So, all right. So thank you for your support. Thank you for being a part of this. I'm going into more of a creative format eventually. I think I mentioned, we're going to do maybe a comic strip, like a comedy one, of course. And it doesn't have to be about aliens. It'll be about angels too. I'm kind of going more into that field of. I've been doing more alien stuff. I got the cow cartoons. If you ain't seen any of my stuff somewhere on Facebook, that's a whole nother. Cows, going after humans, but I have a whole world on that one I can go into. But to do like a one-panel cartoon, like you see in the newspapers and stuff, just a parody thing of the spirit world. So I might, probably do one a week. See how it goes. Yeah, one a week's probably more than enough. See how it goes. It's fun. So I put a halt to it, but then I don't know. I've been kind of figuring out different ways of doing things. So we'll see how it goes. So kind of give you an idea about that. So let's see. Who do we have here? Yeah, I channeled like 6 beings today, and I don't remember any of it. It's a little bit about trolls on the internet. I don't look at trolls. I don't really pay attention to any of them. But more power to you. If you want to troll ahead. That's what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. It did say something about, I do remember, is like if you do connect to the troll energy, those that are like on the internet, behind, not being too friendly out there. Well, I'll just leave it for when you. Anyway, it's in the video. Those will be posted a couple weeks from now, but it's keep on trolling. Just keep on trolling. You're probably connected to a whole bunch of very uncomfortable vibrations, but that is your deal. That's okay. That's fine. No problem. As for the matrix that we're in, I guess we're going to do a kind of a conscious channeling. I'm a channeling all day. Oh gosh, I overdid it. I'm not going to do that again, but I haven't done it in such a long time. That was one of the reasons behind it. And I went to MGM to because they're doing construction there, and I didn't get it. There wasn't a whole lot to really see. I was really going to climb the fence, which I wasn't going to do. So I didn't get as much as I thought I was going to get, but didn't matter. So let's see. Anybody have a message? As for the matrix that's going on here today, let's see. Yes, this will become more and more a thing, more and more known to us. You will see different. I'm connected to somebody right now. You will see different grids and who's in those grids. There are different panels also of dimensions. There's a dimension and there's a dimension. Dimension and dimension is different. They all kind of, but there is like a viewing area of us. Not all of them can see us. It depends on where you go. I did feel now understand I'm connecting to a higher collective, whoever this might be. Way back, I felt like a dimension open up behind me, and a being came through. It was a reptilian. It was so cool, and I felt it. I think I felt it go down. I can't remember, but and it happened again where I just felt a doorway opening. Somebody came through. And it was a reptilian, and I channeled them, and I was it was just what the. At least for my connections, I'm going to connect more to the matrix energies, basically. Basically, it's not every being, yeah, as I said, this is what I'm getting. Not all beings are, they know where they are, but they're not all looking at us. There's certain areas, certain dimensions that collect the window dimension or the viewing room or whatever, the viewing dimension, where they see it, whatever you want to call it. Now, there's several of those, yes. Different versions of those. Not all beings are seeing each other there, from what it seems like. And so there does seem like there's like in their dimensions, it feels like they can like turn it up and turn it down, meaning they can make themselves be seen more, and they can make themselves be seen less. They have the power to do all of these things. And like I've seen a being outside of where I live, and it's all like a hologram. It was pretty clear. I mean, you couldn't see like colors, but I knew who it was. And it was a feline. It was a feline human being, humanoid being. So, I didn't stop and say hi. It's like I felt weird if I did that. I just kind of, okay, I know you're there, and kind of went on my business. I didn't. I was being watched, basically. It was positive, but I think we're going to get more known to these matrix worlds. We're going to have to. There's no rush, but they can turn up. I mean, they can just turn it down or whatever they're doing, and be seen easily by us. They're not going to do that. It also does seem like there's a protective layer also, so they don't get hit. But they can they can touch us if they want. They can, some people have felt fingers and all of that. They have the power to do all of that. It does seem like they have to work with the dimensional energies. They might have technology with them to do so. But this is all about, it's us becoming more knowledgeable about it, accepting it more with no fear. Because if you're going to sleep and you feel like there's like 18 beings standing there looking at you, it's kind of hard to sleep like that. There's a movie called, what's it called? Paranormal Activity, because it wasn't very positive, but that's weird. Somebody's just standing over looking at you while you're asleep. It's like, Okay, that makes you make you feel very, very bizarre. But I don't think about. Yeah, that kind of creeped me out after I saw that. I try not to think about that, but they're there. It's kind of hard to sleep when you know that, but either way, they are there. And also to give you a little bit more, I've mentioned this before in the past. There's a YouTube video. I was gonna find it again, and we got around to it. It's very positive. It's a Palladian. It's talking. It's very positive. It's love and everything, acceptance and everything that some of us are like going like, oh, what are you talking about? It's like, well, you're nuts. Anyway, it's good. It helps raise your vibration, helps clear your stuff. And I probably should listen to it like every half an hour. But when I played it, I was laying down, lights were off, and I just started playing it. I felt something feel uneasy, and I saw green. I saw it. It's like I was a reptilian, basically. That's when I got into all this. And so there you go. So obviously, the dimensions that they're in now, they can't, like you have a TV, they can walk through it and stuff. I'm not sure how that works, but our dimension is obviously they can walk through anything. It's fascinating. It really is. They might have a Kmart there, as far as I know, one that sells stuff that's not crap. That's even better, That's a joke, but that's really. I mean, that's they're only giving me so much information on it. More will come through, but the dimensions are fascinating, and we're going to know more about it because we're going to start connecting. We're going to start seeing. We're going to connect to this dimension, that dimension, that's here, and it goes into portals and all this, and goes into all of it. But it's different. You can call it density if you want. Densities. I call them dimensions. I can call them whatever you want. It does feel like they're different. I feel they're more different dimensions, but whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, density seems to be still connected to the dimensions, but we're at what, zero dimension here? No, but it is fascinating. See, we are aware of this. We are aware we are zoo animals to a certain degree, and we come into this world, and humanity. I mean, when you think about it, in the back of your mind, you don't think about it often, but it's like there are aliens here. They know all about us. And they're monitoring us, but now we're getting to the point of connecting to them and knowing about where they are, where they live, what's going on here. I probably should fully connect into it, but I don't have energy for it. But what I'm getting is dimensions. You can call it whatever you want. I mean, everybody has their own way of doing things, which is fine. But it does seem like the dimensions are all interconnecting and doing different, whatever they might be. Your, portal doors and portal this and portal that. Portals take you from one place to the other. Dimensions seem like you just take you from one reality, say, to another reality, basically. There's several of them. And it seems like there's like 9 of them, but there's probably more than that, at least in certain areas. I want to say it's kind of like a maze in some regard. In some cases, I would say that. But I don't think it's fully a maze. I mean, you can't get out of it, obviously, but it's kind of like a maze, but not one where you get stuck at. There's just a lot of different layers. And also, there's like a children's one where the kids come and look at us, and one from us for school. It's great. Field trips. And here we're just doing our thing. We're going to McDonald's, we're doing this, we're going to whatever we're doing, we're going to Walmart, and they're having a blast watching us, seeing what we're doing. Because they don't connect to all of our low energies. We don't connect to all this anger and this pain and all. I mean, they have pain. They've gotten over a lot of this stuff. Not to say they're perfect, but they've gotten a lot of other crap that we're still kind of spewing around ourselves. So, but we are coming out of hypnosis, and it's as for seeing. I mean, I think through individually through your third eye, you'll see it more clearly when you need to see it. Or you get a download or whatever it might be. Obviously, it might freak you out a little bit, possibly. But that's why it takes a while. But either way, your knowledge of it does help. As for, I don't have all the details. They don't want to give me so much, but I'm getting a flood of feelings about all this. Let's put it that way. But I don't have all the details. There's only so much I can handle in one day. I already had kind of a butt woes today already. It's like, no more. Today actually went pretty well. I didn't try to kill myself I didn't do anything that was like overkill or anything, so it all went well. So, but the connections are, one thing I do see, like the Zetas, they get a blast watching us, and all the beings do. The Zetas are really, some people have seen Zetas, wearing makeup, they get like an image of it, wearing makeup, and I forgot one was like dancing or something like that, or trying to dance or something like that in a dance club. They see in their third eye. So, and that's just a glimpse into the dimension. They allow you to see it too, but they're all just laughing their asses off. I mean, not at us, but just, just how we're acting and all. It's just great. Not in a bad way, let's put it that way. I see more Zetas doing that. It's probably other beings. But the Pleiadians get the Zetas have a different, they have their own, they got to stay out of a lot of stuff, but the Pleiadians seem to be concerned by our health and situation, timelines. Yael, it's funny about the Yael. This is what I'm getting. They do seem like they get manipulated quite a bit from reptilians, and because they're very connected to us. So I guess they feel like if they can manipulate the Yael, they'll come back to us somehow. That's interesting. I also felt, this is what I felt on the way here. The Essassani feels like, they feel like they really need to connect with us, because what happens to us affects them also greatly. So they'll jump at any time they can connect with us, whatever it might be. They just have it's not perfect, obviously. It does seem like there's a lot of there going on. It's just, there's some stress levels, a part of it, not the entire collective, but I mean, when stuff happens to us, it does snowball to them in some way, it seems. Right now, things seem to be, it depends on what it is. At least that's my feeling. They do get hit by our stuff somehow. They're a future version of us, or a part of us, or something around those lines. It does seem like it hits our civilization in some regard. Also feels like, Bashar is very protected. I'm not sure if he is still I guess he's still in existence in some regard. Oh, he's in spirit. Sometimes I felt like he was in spirit, but it doesn't really matter. But it does seem like whatever reality he's connected to, he's protected. Because he's getting a lot of attention. It's like, when you get that type of attention, I know he doesn't want it in his reality. He doesn't want to get messed with by anybody. But, if he's helping people, more energies are going to pay him a visit. So it's probably left out of his channelings, but you'd be surprised. Even if you're fifth dimension, you don't want to deal with it, you still be surprised. You probably get a knock at the door anyway. It depends on what you're doing. If you're connected to us, you're probably going to get a knock at the door, because, we're kind of a pain in the ass, and a lot of beings want to, keep their hold on us. And also, I'm getting a message. Oh, I think that came out today through the channeling, I think. about the elites are yeah, they're working on leaving here. Yeah, that was a channeling from today. Uh, yeah, they're while they're doing the space travel, trying to get out of here. So when we fully awaken, they can go and screw with somebody else. I think it's pretty obvious. So that hasn't happened yet. Well, not fully, but you know, if when we start, well, I mean, there's hey, anything is possible. You know, somebody in the channeling community can be on a Good Morning America and freak everybody out. Bashar can, well, Bashar has a pretty good following, but which is good, but it hasn't hit mainstream. I mean, it probably has to a certain degree, but it hasn't really hit mainstream. Like David Icke mainstream. Or maybe it has. If it has, it's still, well, I guess if Bashar is talking more about the Queen being a lizard person, that might help. But I don't know how. Well, Bashar is big, but not as big. I mean, he's probably the biggest channel as far as I know. So either way. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Enough rambling. I got no energy. It's like 12:30 or something like that. I'm gonna go. Hopefully, I have more energy tomorrow. Much love, blessings. I'll be back to my area tomorrow. This I'm not gonna give away what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow on later on. I'll give it up. Yep, probably. Let's see how it is. It might be a big bust. This is tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow. All right, much love, blessings, and have a great night. Much love.